Hi, it's me, Dan, and today we're going to be talking about a less than cheerful subject. Today I'm going to talk about this child predator in a game I used to play named Kurtzbell. Now, if you've played this game before, then you know about this guy. You know who he is, you know about his problems, you know what he's done. But if you haven't, and I assume most of you don't because it is a horrible game, um, very toxic. The the devs don't care about you and they don't care about your feedback. They only basically ruin the game more and more. But if you don't know about this man, then I'm going to tell you. His name is Diablo, and like his name suggests, the actions he's been doing have been nefarious and absolutely disgusting. Now, I'm going to be talking about what my experience with him and other people's experiences with him while also dropping as much proof as I can. Some of the victims don't want to be named or have their proof shown, and that's okay because they don't want the repercussions of what might happen if they speak against him. Um, but so I'm sorry, but you're just gonna have to listen to my word. And I know that's not very credible, but I'm not gonna go against their wishes of wanting to remain anonymous and have their information not used because that's just not me. I met him on a day in April or May. The time is a bit shaky, but April or May, that's when I met him, and he was being accused of being a nonce, and I don't like that word being thrown around because it's a trigger for my Tourette's. So I was trying to get the situation to de-escalate, telling the person to, hey, can you stop this? Like, it's making me very uncomfortable, like the conversation. And in the process, I ended up kind of slightly defending him because the other person was being very hostile, and I thought, oh, they're just throwing that word around to throw that word around, not because it's true. How wrong was I? And that's how me and him became friends. He kind of took me under his wing and taught me how to play the game and stuff. Mind you, at the time I was 16, and he knew that. On the first night, right off the bat, we voice chatted, and he complained about how he broke up with his girlfriend, and then compared me and his girlfriend, and said how similar we were. Um, I got to know his girlfriend, and she was not like how he described. He said she was jealous, that it was all her fault that they broke up, that he can't have any girlfriends without her getting mad and jealous. But that wasn't the case. His girlfriend at the time was 17. Now, he is almost 23 years old. And I know what you may think. Huh, that's not too bad. I mean, 17 isn't that far off. To which I say you're wrong, because 17 is still bad if you've been talking to this guy since you were younger than that. It's called grooming. And that's what the situation between them was. And basically, I got really close with his girlfriend. We became very close very quickly, and we became very good friends. Now, one day, she hits me up and is like, I did some bad things, some bad choices, and I asked, what did you do? By the way, most of the times I wouldn't say this out loud because it's none of my business, but since this pertains to this certain situation and to this certain problem, I'm going to have to speak about it because it's just it's just necessary for you to understand what this man has done. Um, I haven't spoken to his girlfriend in a while, and that's because I have her blocked because I couldn't stand being around somebody who's around him because of the stuff he tried to do to me. So I hope you understand why I'm sharing this story. It's not for malicious intent or me trying to out her. It's for the purpose express reason of me needing to give context. She hits me and her friend up and is like, hey, so I did something bad. I tried to kill myself. I'm not gonna say how, but that's what she said. And we asked, oh my god, are you okay? Are you good? And she said, yes, I'm fine, but it was all because of Diablo. And because we broke up and he's making me feel bad about it. Now, the reason they broke up, if you don't know, is because he cheated on her. It's not because she was jealous, it's because he cheated on her with a 14-year-old. You heard me right, ladies and gents, a 14-year-old. And he is well known for speaking with 14-year-olds, flirting with young children, young teenagers. But honestly, in my eyes, they're all children, and they should all be protected. But that's who he cheated on her with, and that's who he's been cheating on her with, because he is known for doing this. He is known for cheating on her with younger girls, and then getting back together after manipulating her. Which, might I add, is another layer to how shitty of a person he is. But anyway, so we tell her, oh, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay. And then a day later, she comes crying to us because he's been guilt-tripping her about telling us, because you shouldn't be telling anyone but me about your problems. Manipulation. You're hurting your friends' feelings by telling them what's wrong. Manipulation. You shouldn't be telling your friends because you're making them sad. You should always tell your problems to me, basically. And that is manipulation at its finest. He does not want his ex going around spilling things that he's done and said about people. He doesn't want that. So he's guilt-tripping her into not speaking to us. But she did the good thing and asked us, and we said, no, of course not. Of course we would like to be here for you. Like, he's just, like, how delusional are you to think that somebody that you hurt is your fault that she is like this? She would like to speak to you about it and tell you, yeah, you made me want to die. Hello? Like, are you that stupid? Or are you that stupid? Because there's no fucking other, like, alternative to the fact that what you and your scummy ways have done. Right, sorry. I'm getting mad. I'm fine. So, then, he came on the voice chat and I basically shouted at him the entire time. He promised me he'll leave his ex-girlfriend alone. By the way, I'm not going to mention her name because I want to keep privacy, but people who know him know who she is. And yeah, that's that. I shouted at him and I said, you better leave her alone. Never speak to her, never even mention her. She does not want to be mentioned by you, blah, 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 blah. And he said, yes, I promise. Only if you promise not to cry anymore, because it makes me feel bad. Okay, bitch ass. In that conversation, I got very heated. And I started crying, because that's just what I do. And this motherfucker is like, you shouldn't be crying because it makes me feel bad. Ooh, woo. Like, as if, excuse you, how shallow are you? How dumb are you? Are you dim? Are you dumb? What the fuck? I am crying because I am upset. I do not give a shit about your feelings about it because I do not give a shit about you. You just made a girl want to end her life. What are you on about? So, this, motherfucker basically was like, it makes me feel bad, therefore don't do it. And I'm like, fuck off. That's not how it works. And he gets mad, whatever. He then promises that he'll leave his ex-girlfriend alone. What does he do? As soon as he gets back into the other voice call with everybody else, because he separated me and him so we could talk separately. He cusses her out, tells her that she's going to be kicked from the server, blah, 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 blocked, everything. And that's when my trust for him broke. Because before that, I still had some faith in him. I still thought of him as my friend. Nah, fam. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore. So then I decided that I'm going to find out as much as I can from him. And boy, did I find out stuff. After that argument, he started to get very flirty towards me. Very, like, wrong. It was very wrong. He'd do stuff like, ooh woo bites your ear. Ooh woo touches your tail. Do you like that? Like, kind of stuff. Like, it was disgusting. It was absolutely horrendous. He'd do the oh, you're such a sweet lolly pat pat thing, and it was disgusting. It was horrible. If you do that, you are scum. Scum. If you do that and somebody does not want you to do it, you are scum. Point blank period. I don't care about your reasoning. I don't care who you are. If you do that, you are scum to somebody that's younger than you, to somebody that's a minor and who is easily right. So I got a bunch of proof from him. Oh god, it's so hard to speak about, but I'm gonna have to. So he brags about how much nudes he gets from other girls, from quote unquote exes. But when all of his exes are kids, then you're wondering, wait a second, wait a fucking minute, hold on. No, that's not chill. And oh boy, the audacity of this man to admit to me that he has quote unquote so many nudes, woo, is absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. He is disgusting, and I wish nothing for him other than pain and suffering. Basically, he was like, oh, like I just remember I might be going to hell for this, but I have so many nudes. Like, I opened my camera roll by accident when I was speaking to you, and I saw them. First of all, he's dumb enough to tell me. Second of all, he has enough nudes that they at least plague a lot of his camera roll. Third of all, he saves them and still has them. When he saves them, still has them, and probably had them while he was in a relationship with his ex-girlfriend. The 17-year-old one. What should we call her? Minnie Mouse. Now, while he was still in a relationship with Minnie Mouse, he had them, most likely. And even though he said he didn't ask for them, I don't believe him. He's a liar. First of all. Second of all, he saved them, so at least he wanted them on his phone. And third of all, he has so many of them that he, like, I cannot compute. Right. Now, oh god. This is so disgusting. It's making me actually sick. Hold on. He then proceeded to flirt with me more, say that, and then say some stuff that... He said, you're very cute and adorable, only you get so mad all the time. You'd be cuter if you didn't. And then he'd always do this thing where he'd say, shut up, be a cute little girl and don't speak. He'd basically say, don't do this, do that. I don't want to hear your opinion. You're not cute when you have an opinion. It was disgusting, maddening, and the thing is, it all happened in the game, and I've already sent those screenshots to mods to be like looked over, and guess what they did? They banned him for a fucking week, 1 week, and nothing else, and then said I should not be sending those screenshots out to anybody. Oh, by the way, he lied about not being banned, because he was. I have emails to prove that I got him banned, which means that at least the mods noticed that there's something wrong. And wanna know why he didn't get banned for longer for being disgusting to me? Oh, it's because he's friends with some of the mods and can pull strings, and that's what he told me. He told me that he's friends with mods, that he influences some of the stuff in the game. Like, he told me that. And why would he brag about it if it's not true? And also it got proven because literally he only got a week for being an absolute nonce. Now, the final straw that broke the camel's back in me pretending to be his friend was when he approached me and said, "Hey, so I have a secret to tell you." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Oh, you know Minnie Mouse?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what about her?" And he's like, "Well, she did this." And I'm like, why is that your thing to share? Now, the thing that he shared, I cannot share for her own safety and for the fact that I still believed her to be my friend, but it was something nefarious. It was like sharing the fact that you used to do deep fakes or something, or like it's something that could possibly ruin your chance at a career in life if it was found out. And it was none of his business to tell me. It was her business to tell me. So he told me all about it, and in the process admitted that he had child porn. Yeah, because of course he did. Also, all of this was in a voice chat, and I was dumb enough not to think to record it. Sorry about that. But don't worry. I am currently working with the police and stuff to get him taken off and possibly in prison. But so I can't show some of the proof that I have for police purposes, but trust me, it's going to happen soon, and he's going to fucking rot if I have a choice in it. So he basically, oh my god, it's so disgusting. I told Minnie because he said, "Oh, you can speak to Minnie about it, but don't tell anybody else." So I told Minnie, and she was enraged. So then she told her friends, and all of us came together under one banner of "Fuck you, Diablo." And basically, I told them, "He's been talking shit about you, and you." And then they were like, "Oh yeah, he knows how to fake messages. He knows how to edit them." I mean, anyone could edit a Discord message. It's just about making it believable. But I mean, she said that's what it was, and they used to be best friends, him and CL. That's what we're gonna call her. CL used to be his best friend. And that's when we all collectively stopped talking to him, told everyone to back off from him. But that's when his abuse started towards me, and his manipulation towards Minnie Mouse. Now, he was obviously shocked and was wondering what happened, but I just blocked him and just never spoke to him again. That's when he started to cuss me out to other people, tell people that I'm a cunt, that I'm a liar, that I'm mentally unstable, that I have problems, that I'm lying. And then he made different accounts to bully me on. And I'll put up pictures here of him on a second account, and then what I believe to be him on another account. And then that got many people to send me death threats saying I should be raped for lying. And here are more screenshots if I can find them. But like, seriously, I got so much hate for speaking out about him. I would get bullied night and day by so many people for speaking out. And then guess what Minnie Mouse did? She went back to him. And I don't blame her because she's being manipulated, but I could not stick around after being so thoroughly destroyed. Like, mentally, I was not doing okay because of the amount of disgusting threats I was getting every single day because of this one man and his problem. And so I ceased my friendship with her and blocked her because I couldn't. And I'm sorry that if you think that I'm a bad person for doing that, but I simply could not stand and be abused anymore. From my knowledge, there is 3 that I know of, 3 girls of the age of 14 that he has abused in the past, and that is now he's currently threatening. Because you know all those quote-unquote nudes that he got from them? Yeah, those quote-unquote nudes. Yeah, he's using them as revenge porn. All of those nudes that he bragged about, he's using them as revenge porn, saying, hey, if you speak about this, I will release your nudes to all of those girls. And he hasn't yet, but they are scared shitless, and that's why a lot of them do not want to be mentioned and don't want their screenshots to be used, because they are scared. And I understand that, because guess what? They are so young. Imagine yourself at 14. What were you doing at 14? Worrying about a math test, worrying about what your friend was gonna wear at her birthday party, and if you could match. At 14, you're still getting vaccinations and stuff about different things. You're still a child, right? At 14, you are literally so young. How the fuck does he sleep at night knowing that he's doing this to all of these girls? I really don't know. But to my current knowledge right now, he's still speaking to young girls and flirting with them and making them uncomfortable. Sadly, as I said, they are not comfortable with me sharing because they are terrified, and I understand. I would not want to put them in that situation where they would have to have their bodies shown across the internet, and I understand that, and I hope you can understand it too. I hope you can make do with the information that I have, and I'm going to go now because I think I got a bit heated. But this is a message out. Kurt Spell, you better do something about this. You better do something about this predator that's running in your streets, and he's not the only one. There's so many, and yet you're doing absolutely fucking nothing, and that is disgusting. If you continue not to do anything, there will be a lawsuit in your way, because guess what? During my investigation with the police, we found out that you're being negligent against your own terms and services, because you're not doing anything about it. By saying, oh, these are screenshots of other platforms, they don't count. Yes, they do count. Because you are hosting somebody that takes his supply of young girls from your platform, and you're not doing anything, and you're not addressing it. And that is disgusting. You are absolutely failures for what you've done. And I suggest that you do not speak to him. Viewers, you do not speak to him. You do not engage him, because honestly, he does not deserve your kindness or your mean words. He doesn't deserve them. He doesn't deserve anything. All he deserves is loneliness. He wants attention, and he wants people to speak to him. Just ignore him. Ignore him. So don't send him hate, because then that'll come back and be like, oh, you sent hate my way. Oh no, kind of thing. So please be careful. Online and in games, people are very two-faced, and I'm sorry that this is very disarrayed, but I couldn't make a script. This is very unscripted, and I'm very much frazzled. But I hope you learned something today, and I'm gonna go off now. Bye. See you later, lovelies.